Good morning, fourth graders. Happy Wednesday. So today we are going to be weaving our projects today. It is Weaving Wednesday. I'm super excited. We have a paper version and we have a cardboard version. So let's go ahead and get started with the cardboard version. So this is optional, do one or the other. Everybody should have paper, so that one is easy. If you have cardboard, and you have some yarn hanging out, just follow along and see how I'm doing this, okay? Okay, so I just cut up little pieces of yarn. I don't know, I'm not really sure yet which one I'm gonna use. I just kind of grabbed a bunch of pieces, okay? So you'll need some tape and you'll need some scissors, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the bigger one first. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start making almost like a base, okay? So I have my piece and it's hanging out just a little bit at the bottom there, and I'm just going to start going across, okay? So let's see. So I just kind of am going from side to side. I don't want to go that way. Let's go over here. There we go. Okay. So just kind of putting my piece of yarn just everywhere, making sure it's going to be across from each other. So this is like your start, this is like your base. Okay, so I have something like that. It should look like that in the background. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece off. And this is where you get some tape. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of tape, put it down right there. I got some more piece of tape, just have out, make like an X in the background so you know it's secure. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm going to get another piece of yarn, a different color. And this part can be tricky, so pay attention. All right, so I have one little piece here. I'm going to stick it right underneath. Okay, right underneath. And I'm going to make a knot, okay? Perfect. I'm going to cut this little piece off. I don't want that to confuse me later. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this, make it shorter. Maybe like that. It's a little too long. Okay, now this is where you're going to start weaving. If you have a little makeshift little needle, you can use that, or you could just simply use just the tip like this alone. It's up to you, okay? But there are little plastic makeshift needles that you can use. So you're just going to start kind of weaving this through, like in, out, kind of method. So under, over, not in, out. What am I talking about? Under, over method. Okay, under, over method. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe that's why I said in and out. Over and under, over and under. Okay, so you can go around as many times. You're going to start forming like a little, almost like a snail shape. Okay, so I'm just going under and then over, under and over, all around, and just start forming that snail shape, okay? And then once you know it, you start seeing like a really pretty weaving. You start seeing it like weaving through like a pattern, or see how you start seeing like this is under and over and under and over. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm just going around. Let's see, I'll probably stop here. Let me see, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece off like that. All right, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to grab another piece of yarn. So I have like a yellowish one. And this is like a different type. Okay, so This one here, you can tie it to here if you want, or you can just start weaving. So if you want to, you could put it like kind of long and then just start weaving all the way around. It's kind of up to you. So this part is another like tricky part. I'm trying to see what would the best way be. I'm gonna just tie it and see what happens, because I know there are two ways to do this. I want to do the easiest way. So I'm just going to make a little knot. I'm sure I'm going to have to do some trimming. Or you can keep it out, it's up to you. Trim and trim little pieces off. And then this one, I'm going to cut it too, because that one's kind of long. Put that back. And then this one, I'm going to start doing the same process. So I'm going to go under, and then I'm going to go over, and then under, and then over, under, same thing, under, over, under, over, under, all the way around, okay? And you can use as many different types of yarn. It doesn't have to be just one, it could be multiple. So I just want to stretch this out just a little bit because it's getting too tight over here. There we go. So over, under. This is getting a little up. You want to be careful, you don't want to pull too hard. Under, over, under, over, under. Let's see, over, under, over, under. Just kind of holding it. I'm going to go ahead and try and finish this off, and then I'll use another color, okay? Over, under, over, under, under, over, under, over, and under. Okay, so now I'm going to grab another color. So that yellow one you can really see. Okay, so how about, let's use a bigger one. So I have pink. So I'm going to tie this here the same way that we did before. Just tying it here. Making it tight. Giving it a little trim. Giving this one a little trim too. Okay. So now the same, just over and then under. Over and then under. Over, under, over, under, all the way around, over, under, over and under. Look at that, you can see like a cross here, that's pretty cool. Over and under. I bet if you like switch it up each time that you are weaving your yarn through, you would see both of these lines out. See how like this one's in the background and these ones are on the top? That would be interesting to try and do with the smaller one, to see if that would if that would work, or if that would happen. Okay, so over, under, and then we're almost done. So over, under, okay, And then this one. Okay, so this piece here, you can either stick it underneath, okay, and then like tie it to there, or you can kind of put it like that. So I'm gonna try and tie it because I don't want it to mess up. So it's underneath this piece here. I'm just kind of like trying to tucking it under, and I'm just gonna push it through like that. I think that's fine. Or you can trim it so it's not so long. And we trim it so it's not so puffy. And then just stick it underneath, okay? So again, this can be as big as you want it to be. This can be like just one color. It's up to you. If you want to add little like embellishments, you can, like jewels or like a pom-pom or whatever you like, you can totally do that, okay? That's an option for you. Okay, so that one is done. And then the smaller one, I'm going to possibly wait on that one, okay? That's the exact same, that would be the exact same way, but just smaller, okay? So we'll see if I have time. We'll see, but we got the big one, okay? All right, so now let's move on to the paper. Okay, so I used 2 different colors. So I have orange and I have red. Okay, so for this one you'll need scissors and you'll need glue. You can use white Elmer's glue or you can just use a glue stick. It's up to you, okay? So let's get started. So I'm gonna put my paper out, okay? And then I have my pieces. So your pieces of your strips here, there's a name for them when you're weaving. When you're weaving, they're called weft. So these are your weft pieces. So it's almost like left with an L, but weft, okay? So here are your pieces. So this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna start with orange, and I'm just gonna start, at the bottom. So I'm gonna put my paper at the top part here. So I'm gonna go over, and then I'm gonna go under, and then over, under, and then I'm gonna go over, and then under, and then over, and then under. Okay, I'm gonna keep these pieces like that. I'm gonna just move it down a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my red one. Okay, so I went over here. So this one I'm gonna start with going under. So under, over, under. Can get very tricky very fast. Over. Whoa, where'd you go? I'm gonna move these pieces to the side and the glue. Okay, so under, let's get you over. There we go. And then we go under, then we go over, then we go under, and then we go over. Okay, I'm gonna push it down. Make sure you're pushing down as you go. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get my orange piece of paper. Okay, so this one is gonna go, so over, under, over. Okay, so over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. And I'm just gonna push it down. Okay. Make sure it's all nice and tight in there. Okay, let's get my red one. Okay, so over, under, right? Okay, so under, over, under, over, under, over, under, and over. Okay, push it down, make sure they're all nice and tight. You want these strips to be on the sides. You want a little hanging pieces. So orange again. So over, under, over, under, over. So over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. Perfect. Push down so they're touching each other. Okay, then you start seeing like your checkerboard. Okay, so now I'm gonna get red now. So this one's under, red's my under color. So under, over, and then I wanna go under, there we go. Under, over, under, over, under, and over. Okay, and then just push it down. Perfect. Push it down. There we go. Okay. Make sure it's all nice and tight. Okay, now I got orange again. So this one I am going over, under, over, under, over, under, over, and under. Okay, and then just push it down, scooch, scooch, scooch. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna get some red. Okay, so under, over, under, over, under, over, under, and over. Okay, so you can stop there, or if you have another strip that's nice and tiny and skinny, you can. So I'm gonna try and find my skinniest orange. This might fit. I'm actually gonna try and trim it a little bit so I know for sure that it will fit, okay? I might have to trim it some more, so we'll see. Okay, trash. Okay, so let's see. Come on. Stay down, come on. I'm just gonna try and push them all down, make sure that they're all down, because I really want this orange to fit. Oh my, this red is tricky. Okay. So over, under, you're gonna fit, over, like wants to, and then it doesn't. Come on, don't want to tear you. Okay, so over, under, over, under, and then we've got over, oh my goodness, and under. Perfect. Barely fit. Okay. That one was, I was struggling there. Okay, so just make sure they're all good. Okay, so now this is what's gonna happen. You have these little pieces that are just kind of hanging out, right? We need to paste those down. So this is where you get your glue stick, or Elmer's glue. I'm gonna use Elmer's glue. So just a little dot, hold it down a couple seconds, lift it up, little dot, hold it down for a couple seconds. Same for all the orange, right? Because they're all lifted up over here. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna switch it around. So now over here it's red. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue. Hold it down, a little bit of glue, hold it down, a little bit of glue, hold it down. So this weaving project is really important to know that your pieces, they have to be straight, okay? If they're not straight, then it's very hard to keep everything tight and in order. It's difficult, so you have to make sure that all your strips, your weft pieces, are all straight. Okay, so over here I'm going to glue down these pieces. So my red pieces over here. Okay. And then if you did more than 2 colors, you would just do whatever color you want. So like blue, orange, red, blue, orange, red, whatever you're doing, okay? So gluing down the orange over here. Okay, and then once my pieces are all glued down, I'm going to start trimming my pieces. Okay, so, and I'm going to go ahead and trim alongside the purple paper. Okay, I just want things to be nice and straight. I'm just giving these little pieces a little trim, little haircut. Careful, you don't want to get any orange or purple paper. For me, it's purple. Maybe it's a different color for you. Switch it around, do the same thing. Just cutting all my pieces. Okay, so I have all these pieces. I'm going to trash those. I don't need those anymore. And that pretty much does it. Your little checkboard. Looks like a little checkboard. Looks like a little quilt. Super cute. So then I'm going to sign my name because it's a work of art and you should be proud. And there you go. That does it. Hope you guys had fun with Weaving Wednesday. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, bye guys. I'll see you later.